You got the touch. You got the power.
Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wazza here, and today's video is all about the new POWERCORES feature, and basically how it's not quite the game changer that they sort of sold it to us as. I thought it'd be a huge feature and would reinvigorate the game, but it kind of hasn't really. It's a better alternative to HQ16 because it looks like all they're going to do is just up the HP of all the buildings and make it harder to one-shot. And means you've got to level our bots even further. With the such lack of XP in the game, I think it's going to be a sort of killer for the game really. They need to be really careful when they consider HQ16. And I've said that they should consider doing more defences and maybe introduce an 8th bot, which will sort of change the way the game works completely. And yeah, it will be hard balancing that for them, but they've got enough time to do it. And I just think upping the HP is just to sort of a cop-out, to be honest with you. So they really need to consider what they're going to do for HQ16 rather than just shifting the goalposts and making it harder to one-shot. But anyway, so yeah, in regards to POWERCORES, some are quite underpowered in a sense, and the ones that aren't actually pretty decent. But they really sort of need to look at it again, because I think the main problem is that a lot of top guys now have one-shot bots. If you are warring in Cybertron, then yeah, you'll pretty much have one-shot bots. Most people do nowadays. If you haven't, I'm sorry, I'm just saying at the top level now, the guys that are attacking HQ15s, most people got one-shot bots. So if you've got a one-shot bot and they take out mortars, no matter what, other than armor, which I'll come to in a minute, no matter what core you put on that defense, the bots are going to take it out, so that core is ineffectively useless because they're getting taken out. So when they said it'll sort of make us sort of change base design and really change it, it hasn't. We're seeing still the same old bases, and now the only thing that's changed is that we need one-shot bots at a higher level, or you need certain bot cores to make them more powerful. Yeah, this video is just about defense cores, but I am going to do another video about bot cores. The bot cores seem to be a bit better, to be honest with you. A lot of thought seems to have gone into that. The defense cores, because of one-shot bots, it's a lot harder, granted, but they just don't seem, I don't know, to be as effective really. So what we'll do is we'll go through the cores, and at the end I'll sort of put my ideas forward for some more cores that I think is needed. And yeah, please put your thoughts in the comments. I'm told Space Ape sort of look through all these videos from time to time. So yeah, it'd be good to get your guys' feedback on this, so we can pass it on to Space Ape and hopefully sort of improve the game even further. So looking at the cores, the first core we're going to look at is self-repair, which is a universal core. So because it's a universal core, it means you can put it on any building. Now, self-repair, the only way it would be good is if you seem to be getting attacked a lot with strafe, or you've got a lot of defenses clumped together. So if someone was to attack it with strafe, then it would start repairing, because obviously strafe's ability takes quite a while to get round. Other than that, there's not much use for it really. It only restores, I think at like level 10 or something, it restores around 1% health every second, which is not a lot. 1% is really, really, really underpowered. I just think that it should be like, if you can get a core to level 10, it should be like 20% or something like that, so that it finds it really hard for gunners to sort of take out cannons and take out defences, and really need that bit more firepower. And then you've got to sort of start thinking more about DPS when you're attacking more. But this self-repair core, it makes no difference really for what it is. It needs a serious buff, because if they were to buff it up, then you might consider, oh, actually I need an attack core for my bots rather than a volatile mixture, which makes them ability increase. But the attack core just improves the DPS. So there's a lot of self-repair cores on cannons, things like that. You might need it on your gunners on your walkthroughs. But right now, it's pretty ineffective. It doesn't self-repair enough. That's the basic consensus that I've found. And definitely sort of needs a buff. The next one is the Armor Core. Armor Core, brilliant. I think it's well balanced with the Volatile Mixture Core from the bots. And it works well. I've got my Armor Core to level 9. And I've got a Volatile Mixture Core on my Bravo to level 9. And Bravo could one-shot before it. And now he can one-shot a Mortar with armor level 9 on. So yeah, they balanced that well. To be honest with you, it's really done well. It's universal course, you can put it on anything. But I'd suggest putting it on your launchers and on your mortars to stop them from being one-shotted. That's the main use I found for them. But yeah, that's a good core, to be honest with you. The attack core, it's okay. It's not bad. I've mostly put it on my cannons just to sort of improve them against walk-ins. But same again. At level 5 there, 5%, 5.5% at level 7. You know, it's not a huge difference. And it's not changed the sort of way I consider attacking, really. As long as you've got the right sort of cores, as long as you've got attack cores on your bots, then that sort of counteracts that. But even you don't even need that, to be honest with you, on your cannons, because on a walkthrough, your healers heal a lot faster than the sort of extra damage that the cannons can do. Like I said, it's universal core, so you can put on anything really. But like I said, if you put any core on your mortars and launchers other than armor, I think it's kind of a waste really, because they're going to get taken out pretty quickly. They're the first thing that people take out, and so there's no point really, other than armor, having a core on those defenses, sadly. And the next one, I've actually used it to upgrade, but it is explosive shells. Explosive shells, the problem with them is that once you put explosive shells on your cannons, they only do 54% of the original damage, and yeah, it's more of like an AoE sort of attack. But when you're doing walkthrough, which is one of the main attacks right now, same again, the healers heal faster than the damage that they can do, and 54% is a huge loss. I think more better at like 70%. And then, so yeah, you're losing a bit of damage, but you're gaining a lot more AoE. And I think that would better mean it's for the guys at Spaceship to sort of balance it out better. But I think it's seriously underpowered explosive shells. And I have not even touched them. You can see all the ones that I've had, mostly bronze, granted. But I've just straight away used them to upgrade other stuff because I found them pretty useless. And same again with the incendiary mortars. It gives level 7 gives you a 20% increase in damage. Let's just show you dead quick. So you can see there, I've got a level 5 one there, and it gives you 18% extra, and that's not too bad. But same again, the problem is that this goes on mortars, and mortars get wiped out first. It's one of the first things that get wiped out. So it's game again. It's pretty useless, really. It's not required because it's just gone to waste, basically. It's a shame, really. But yeah, going on to the next one is guided missiles. Now, guided missiles was a really good idea, and it kind of delivers sort of one hit like a mortar as such. But same again, the problem is that these defenses get taken out straight away, and upping the HP is not a sort of a good way to sort of solve this, but they need to think of another way around it, because the launchers get wiped out straight away, same as mortars. So no matter what core again you put on launchers, it's pretty useless, really, I'm afraid. Going on to anti-air lasers. Now these are pretty decent. These are one of the things that I've used and changed in my base design, because because they have an increased attack range and an increase of 112% damage, when looking at defenses that I've put far back in my base that jets will probably take out, I've put these next to that, and they really do slice up jets. I mean, the ones that I've seen where people put jets in to one shot, so they're quite high level, they've pretty much gone down to half health. And it's good because that makes you consider something. It makes you consider, oh, actually, I'm not going to use a jet for this. Yeah, you lose the ground attack from the lasers, but it really makes you sort of consider your base design, and really makes you consider, whether you take a jet into battle or not, because jets are quite underpowered at the minute because of the lack of cores for jets. But yeah, a really good idea, but again, it's because it's one of those things that you don't sort of one-shot. You one-shot your mortars and beams and your launchers. And so it's your cannon placement and your laser placement now, and how you sort of edit them, that really makes a difference in base design. But yeah, I do like these cores. Yeah, I have actually utilised these and sort of changed the base design around these, so yeah. And the last one is Target Protocol, which obviously it deals 64% damage, and same again, it's supposed to target your healers and gunners and skip out sort of your tanks. But same again, these defenses get taken out straight away, and so anything that goes on, like I've said it a few times, I'll sort of stress it, really stress it. These mortars, beams, launchers, these defenses, as soon as you attach a power core to it, are pretty much useless in a way, because they're pretty much taken out straight away. It's the first thing taken. So yeah, really consider your cannon placement, and what sort of cores you put in your cannons. But from what I've seen, most people are just putting armor core on everything right now, just to up the HP. Whether it be bronze, whether it be silver, it doesn't matter. But you can see there pretty much armor cores all around mostly. Yeah, so my idea is obviously, like, I don't want to get into the bot core. Like I said, I'm going to do another video on that. But I really think that, like I said, quite a few of them need a buff. I really do. And I think there should be a different playoff. So I think that, yeah, it should be like, okay, you get 64% damage, but you should get like a 200% maybe radius. The range should double as much, so that gunners can't get close anymore. So you've got to maybe use one-shot jets. But the problem with using jets is that the anti-air lasers, do slice jets now. So then maybe you've got to look at another way of maybe taking that mortar out. And that's the way I sort of need to look at it. Look at the range of these cores, especially in terms of mortars. They've got a good range as it is, but if you doubled that range, okay, it's only doing maybe, I think 70% of better, but a double range at 70%, you really need to take the mortars out, rather than just upping the HP. That's my sort of idea behind the sort of defense cores. But yeah, any ideas you guys have got, please stick it in the comments. And like I said, hopefully Space 8 will sort of watch this video. I know they do watch these videos from time to time, so hopefully they do watch this video and they'll sort of consider anything that we put in there to sort of improve these power cores, especially the ones that are sort of underpowered as such. Right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I'm going to do another video with bot cores very soon, so keep watching for that. A couple of crystal cracking videos that I've done, so you can go and check them out, guys, as well. Other than that, thanks for watching, and peace out.